Hello everyone and welcome to the brand new GameFace SFNL Netball show. I'm Hugh McLean and I'm joined by Michaela Bolte, and we're looking forward to bringing you a weekly show dedicated to the SFNL Netball competition. Mac, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Not too bad. We're very lucky to have one of the elite players on Division 1 on board this year. Unfortunately, Mac, you won't be playing much, will you?
No, unfortunately I won't be.
No, the rigours of the grand final got a bit too much for you in the end, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, so look, we look forward to getting Mac back on the court where she belongs in 2020, but 2019 she'll be a part of the coaching ranks. So welcome to that, mate.
Yeah, and welcome, Hugh. Really exciting to have you on board with everything that you've done for the media for SFNL Netball. And how are you feeling about it all?
Feeling good. Feeling very, very excited about the 2019 season. I think it's going to be one of the best, if not the best, we've had in the SFNL yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, try picking a top four out of this year's Division 1. It's not going to be an easy task.
No, not at all.
But anyway, look, each week we'll be looking at match results in upcoming games. We'll be chatting to players and coaches from the league, as well as addressing the big news stories and, of course, those pesky little rumours that keep flying around.
We're looking forward to not only providing some amazing coverage of SFNL Netball in our local league, but also showcasing the personalities that make up our competition. And we know that there's so many. But most importantly, we're looking forward to having a bit of fun.
So while the GameFace media team will be working hard throughout the year to cover the biggest netball news stories, we also encourage you at Clubland to get involved on the GameFace SFNL Netball Facebook group. We've just launched this, a dedicated Facebook group for the netball, and that allows you to post and share your comments, and so get on Facebook and check it out.
That's right, Hugh, and it's really important to get onto the GameFace SFNL Netball group to share your results, photos, milestone games and everything like that. We really want an active community, so make sure you're getting involved.
And look, make sure what you're sharing are the good news stories, because we don't want the bad stuff, do we? We've seen what's happened in social media land just recently with all the trolling and whatnot that's going on. Don't want that in SFNL. Certainly not in the netball. The GameFace Top 20 is now in full swing on the group, going gangbusters. Now, who do you reckon we might still have to feature there, Michaela?
Oh, I reckon there's some big names that aren't there yet.
Yeah, there's a few missing so far.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see who rolls out the top 20.
I reckon there might be a very big tall bear that might not have been there yet, that might still be to come.
Yeah.
Couple from the premiers as well.
Yeah, I reckon there might be a Morty defender hanging around still to come.
Yeah, she might be about there as well. And I'll tell you as well, there are a couple of new faces to the league that we'll be highlighting over the next couple of days as well. And while we don't know their names yet, we certainly will by the end of the season. GameFace are new to the SFNL competition, and they've kicked off the year hosting media days at clubs. Netballers, if you haven't already had a media day, make sure that you're talking with your club, just to ensure that your netballers are featured and included in the day and getting the coverage they deserve. It's the perfect way for GameFace to gather content, which is only going to help your club and put the spotlight on netball. Because, look, obviously what we want to do is we want to grow this competition, and what better way to do it?
But most importantly, make sure you download the GameFace Record app. It's free, and if you haven't already, get onto it. It's really great. It's going to include all the SFNL netball season, including fixtures, results and ladders, as well as round previews, videos, interviews and everything like that. And of course, there'll be the netball show.
No, would you want to watch the netball show, Mac? Would you really want to have a look at our faces? Well, mine anyway. But of course, we couldn't provide all this coverage without the support of our sponsors. Who are our sponsors, Mac?
We've got Frankie Media, Swiss Locker, SPT Performance, Body First Health Group, 7 Steps to Wealth.
Make sure you get around all those sponsors and support them, won't you? Because without them, our content doesn't happen.
Will Hunter recently caught up with Danny Ford from BlackRock for a chat. Let's have a look at her interview.
So BlackRock is up and about in the netball in 2019. I'm joined by Danny Ford. Danny, what's happening down at the Jets?
Yeah, we've started pre-season training already, and the girls are going hard on the track. We had our first training session with our new sponsor, Shedlock Training Systems, yesterday. They're based down in Cheltenham, and we had a group session.
Very good. What's the vibe like around the team at the moment? Up and about?
Yeah, we're definitely really keen for the 2019 season. Keen to get on court, get some new players in, and win some games. I think we could definitely push for finals in all 3 teams. We've got some new recruits coming in, shore up a few holes that we had last season. Some new shooters, some new defenders, so I think it's going to be a really good season for us.
Yeah, some very interesting stuff that came up in that interview, and I look forward to seeing what BlackRock have got up their sleeves in 2019. Because of course the SFNL season kicks off this weekend, and news out of headquarters with the appointment of Netball Operations Coordinator Sue Kimber. Mac, you know Sue quite well.
Yeah, I've known her for a number of years, and she was back coaching me in my Peninsula Waves days. But really exciting for the league to have her on board. She's a wealth of knowledge and has been around netball for a really long time. So hopefully with that some exciting things will come.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll get Sue on the show in the next couple of weeks, so look out for that one. So let's have a look at some of the teams in Division 1. We've got a couple of new sides, Oakley and Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Cheltenham, of course, Division 2 premiers, and they beat Caulfield in the grand final, didn't they?
Yeah, in Div 2. And,
sorry to bring that up.
They did in Div 2, but it'll be really exciting to have them in Div 1. I know they're a younger side, so some really promising signs from them for the next couple of years to come, hopefully, and putting some pressure on the harder teams.
The information I've got suggests that they haven't lost anyone that they didn't want to lose out of that side, so they're bringing up, as you say, a young side, full of confidence, very good ball movement side, very quick side around the court. Certainly a side that will be one that we'd like to watch over the coming year. Of course, Oakley District are a different hill of beans because there's been a lot of recruits to Oakley.
Yeah, so a lot of movement I think there from Heatherton, and it'll be interesting to see what Oakley get out of the competition and how they go with their first year in Div 1.
Yeah, so Oakley are a different hill of beans entirely. They've recruited extensively from outside the club and put together a side in their first season in Division 1, but with a lot of Division 1 names.
Yeah. We've got the likes of Gabby Dwyer in there, and I know that she's had extensive VNL knowledge and experience, so it'll be great to have her in the competition and slowly building the league up with some more VNL girls, which is really exciting.
Exactly. 20 years old, 186 centimetres, so a really good size for a shooter. Also very agile, which certainly helps matters, but when you consider that she might be working with the likes of Nat Billings for part of the season, that's a rather scary proposition for defences.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be a side to watch, that's for sure. But on that, there's been a few teams that have been moved out of Division 1 and are going to be at the top of Div 2. So that's Hampton Park, and I know that was their first year in Division 1 at SFNL, and it'll be interesting to see how they go with Div 2.
They got better and better as the season progressed last year, and I know that they've dropped to Division 3. Now, I don't know whether they've lost key players, but certainly be interesting to see how they take to that. St Kilda City leave us as well after having a first division side in each of the previous years of the SFNL. Sadly, again, they really struggled for players last year and really struggled for results as a result.
Yeah, but some key players there that if they're still around at the club will really put some pressure in the divisions that they're playing in. And that's the same with Keysborough. Unfortunately, they're not in Division 1 this year, but again, wherever they fall, they'll have amazing hit-outs and some really, really strong players.
Keysborough were talking at the end of last year of a couple of players that may be retiring. I'm not sure if they've actually gone through with that. I know Laura Aegis was having a child, so she's not available.
Yeah.
But Keysborough also leave us and go back to Division 2, so we wish them well with whatever they do.
Absolutely.
Michaela, Caulfield, of course, were runners-up last year and a very strong presence in the last 3 years. How are the Bears shaping up this year?
Yeah, good. We've got, by the looks of it, our Division 1 side's going to be a bit different. We've got Tiff out at the moment with an injury, but hopefully she'll be back in a couple of weeks. So that's exciting. But we've also got a lot of new players into the club that are a really good level and have taken out some of those Division 1 spots. So hopefully we'll grow on that.
Some good pedigree amongst those players, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great things to build on and some really exciting times at Bears.
Are we giving any names away there, Mac?
Oh, well, we actually haven't announced our sides yet.
Wow.
So
there you go, keeping everybody in suspense. So, who do you think the teams to beat will be in Division 1?
Well, looking at the teams that are in there, I reckon there's going to be a lot of great quality matches, and I think it's going to be hard to pinpoint one. I think the ladder's going to be really close, but I'm thinking that Oakley will be someone to really watch out for, as well as Morty Alec. I know from your end that there's been some recruiting there and stuff, so that will be exciting as well.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Mac.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the top 5 teams from last year being, well, I'm putting Oakley in here, of course, as well, but the top sides from last year being Morty Alec, Caulfield, Dingley, Heatherton, add Oakley to the mix. Obviously, Cheltenham also come in, and St Paul's there as well.
Yeah.
Who's your top 4?
A hard one with having my Bears hat on, but I think Morty Alec is going to be up there. I also think Oakley will be too. Hopefully Bears. And I think Heatherton have actually got some really big names on their list as well, so that's exciting for them.
So ladies and gentlemen, let's get this on record at this time. Mac has Dingley missing the 4.
Yes, I do.
Well, that's certainly going to be a turn up for the books if that happens, given that they're powerhouses of the competition traditionally. I do think Morty Alec are the side to beat. Certainly just a host of top names on every line, and have had a season to bed in well. I think they might be even stronger this season than what they are last. Have they improved enough to stay on top of those that are coming from beneath them? Well, we'll soon see, but I've got Oakley at 2nd.
Yeah.
I think Dingley will finish 3rd. I've got Caulfield 4th. I've got Heatherton missing.
And Oakley.
No, I've got Oakley 2nd.
Yeah.
I've got Heatherton missing the 4.
Okay.
For no other reason apart from I see them as being a very young side this year.
Yeah.
Maybe a season to rebuild and then joining the elite again. But Heatherton have a little habit of throwing egg all over my face, so it wouldn't surprise them to see him do it again.
I think anything's possible with the top 4 this year, though, and I think it will be really competitive. So that's something to really watch. There's going to be some really big games, even in round 1. I think the game of the round will be Morty Alec versus Caulfield, the rematch of the grand final. So that will be interesting, I think.
Yeah. Now it'll be interesting to see exactly how Caulfield's new names gel together.
Yeah.
Personally, I've got Morty Alec winning that one. I don't think that'll come as any surprise to you. But again, a couple of new faces in the Morty Alec side. One of the main ones being Nikki Tully, who's come over from Dingley. Very, very handy centre.
Absolutely.
Absolute running machine. Be interesting to see how she slots into this Morty Alec lineup.
Yeah.
I think Morty Alec a little bit too strong, but over the course of the season, Caulfield won't be far behind them.
Yeah, well, I think actually Morty Alec might come out on top with this one. I know Caulfield have a few key players away for round 1, so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. But we also have Dingley versus Heatherton. Again, big change-ups for both clubs, so...
The composition of the Dingley side is something that won't be known till game time. They keep their cards very close to their chest at Dingley.
But you've got Ella Quinlan in there as well, so she's a very strong shooter, so that will be interesting to see how Heatherton go with that.
And depending on who you believe, there could be quite a few new inclusions with VNL experience as well.
Oh, there we go.
It'll be interesting to see, A, whether that's the case, but B, how quickly they settle into the system. I think Dingley will be a bit too strong for Heatherton here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that one will be close. I know Heatherton have got Beth Wilson on board, and I know they've got some other key VNL players. So I think I'm going to go with Heatherton with that one, and we'll see how it goes.
We will indeed. Oakley District v Cheltenham is the last game with St Paul's having the bye. What do you think about this one?
Well, interesting. 2 new teams to Div 1, but I think Oakley's just going to have the experience over Cheltenham, and I think that will be really fundamental for them. And it'll be interesting to see the names that Oakley have and the full list.
Certainly be a baptism of fire for the Cheltenham girls, I think. Oakley, while they are a new side, have got plenty of faces that we've seen before.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of faces with VNL experience, so I think it's going to be a little bit too soon for Cheltenham in this one, but certainly wouldn't surprise to see them take the game right up to Oakley.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for joining us for our quick preview of the year ahead. We're looking forward to bringing you guys the best possible coverage of SFNL netball this season, as well as having a bit of fun with it all.
Absolutely, and a big thank you to our sponsors and their support of the show. And remember, if you have any news, any stories to discuss, or rumours throughout the year, send it through to GameFace via the SFNL Netball Facebook group.
Good luck to the clubs playing this week, and to you, Mac. We'll be looking forward to seeing how your teddies go.
And we'll see you all next week. Thank you.